Alright, you're out in the middle of the lake, you're 5 miles from shore, your boat motor won't start. Will your trolling motor get you back to shore?
We're quite this far away though.
We're kind of out here. That's about what I'm going to test today. We're going to see how far this trolling motor will go on one charge. I am in a 18-foot Alumacraft competitor. It's being powered by an 80-pound thrust Minn Tarova. And our power source are two Enjoybot batteries. These are Group 24 lithium batteries that put out 100 amp hours. Let's go over a few features of these batteries. They do said 100 amp hours. I got two batteries hooked in series for 24 volts because I got a 24 volt trolling motor, and these can put out 100 amps of max continuous discharge. They can do 5,000 cycles or last about 10 years. Unlike lead acid batteries that you can only discharge to about 50%, you can take these all the way down to zero, but they recommend only 80% depth of discharge for the maximum lifespan. They're zero maintenance, environmentally friendly, vibration proof, waterproof, and they're perfect for campers, RVs, trolling motors, kayaks, that sort of thing. So perfect for our test today. I have the Victron BMV 712 smart battery monitor hooked to this. So it consists of a gauge on my dash here. It'll give me the percentage left of battery. And the smart shit on there will measure the current going in and out. So it'll tell you how much amperage we're using, how many watts, and how much time remaining at that setting. So I'm going to go start at setting 1, and then I'll work my way up on the trolling motor until I'm at full power. We're going to see how long we can go on that power setting, and then some simple math. We'll see how fast we're going, and we'll see how far we can actually travel. Alright, the smart shunt connects to an app on my phone, and I can pull up all the parameters so you can see it. I'll put it right up here, and right now I got it shut off. Currently I gave it a full charge before I came out here. We just used it for a few minutes anyway, so we're at showing 98% state of charge. And if we look, it shows time remaining 2 days, so we're not, motor's off right now, so we're not using any power. Say minus 7 watts. Alright, got the remote control. I'm going to start the trolling motor on level 1. I got this on a 3-minute average, so it takes 3 minutes for it to get a good average of the time remaining. So we're just going to let that go for just a minute here, and then we'll check it out. Alright, you can see here we got power consumed. It's consuming about 14 watts of power. In my fish finder here, we're moving at about 0.4 miles per hour. Got a little breeze blowing us. And at that power setting, the breeze is probably blowing us more than the trolling motor is. And it says we can go 5 days and 23 hours at the moment. Well, it's up to 6 days, so it's constantly updating itself. But on level 1, so it doesn't move very fast, but you can go a long time. Yeah, it just keeps going up. Say 6 days, 10 hours approximately. Alright, now we are going to up it. We'll go to level 2, go twice as fast. We'll see what happens with that. Currently showing 32 watts of power, so you can see power pretty much doubled. But at this low setting, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Except we got a little breeze blowing this way, and we're trying to move that way. So yeah, about 0.6 miles an hour. We're on just a little lake here, so try to keep it off of shore. Alright, currently level 2, 31 watts, lasts for 4 days, 10 hours. And that's continuously running, like never stopping. It's a really long time. Alright, we're going to go up to half power now. We'll go to level 5. It has 10 levels on here, so level 5, we're just kind of going in a crosswind. We'll let that stabilize out. Currently showing 204 watts of power being used. We're pulling, 7.7 amps. Alright, level 5 right now, pushing us at about 1.6 miles an hour. consuming just around 200 watts, 7.7 amps, and time remaining 16 hours and 20 minutes. That's still a really long time. Alright, now for the big test. You can see once we go up to full power, it just consumes a lot. So let's go up to 10. Alright, we are at max power. Currently 960 watts it's drawing, 33.6 amps. It's a lot of power. And that'll bring us up to 10 is giving us about 3 miles an hour. For this, I'm going to let it take a minute or so to average that out so we get a more accurate number. Alright, it's been going for a minute or two now, and we're showing about 2 hours and 50 minutes at full power, 3 miles an hour. Alright, so we'll bring her back down to 5 again. Alright, we just got on the lake out here. We're going to do a little fishing. It's about 1 o'clock we got out here. We'll probably fish till 5, 6. See how much this lake has to offer. It's not that big, but when we get done, I'll come back and show you how much percentage battery we have left, and then we'll go over how far you can actually go with these speeds. Alright, see you in a minute. Check out that beautiful sunset back there. We've been fishing 5.5 hours, and here's what I came up with. Well, first of all, show you how much battery we got left. According to our gauge here, still got 86.4% of our battery, and that's after 5.5 hours of fishing. And did a little quick math here. We'll see if this is right. All right, according to my calculations, we're on speed level 1 of the trolling motor. It said we could go 6 days and 10 hours, and we were actually moving at 0.4 miles an hour. Although part of that might have been the wind. So if you want to get anywhere on level 1, you're not going to go anywhere unless it's perfectly calm out. But that said we could go 0.4 miles an hour at 6 days. That's 61 miles you can go, which is a very long way. And the faster you go, the mileage per whatever gallon drops. So on speed 2, we got 0.6 miles an hour. That's 4 days, 13 hours, so that's like 65 miles. And then we jumped up to speed 5, so that's about half power there. And it could go 19 hours and 14 minutes. And we got 1.7 miles per hour out of that. Times that, that's what, 32 miles? So that's still quite a long ways at half power, which is probably the smart way to go. Because when you go up to 10, you suck a lot of power. We went 3 miles an hour, and it was good for like 2 hours and 50 minutes. And what I put, like 9 miles you can get out of that. So if you happen to be stranded offshore, 5 to 10 miles, you can get yourself back with your trolling motor, as long as you got 2 100 amp hour lithium batteries and a boat about the same size as mine. Now, I switched over these lithiums this year, and what a difference they make. They last forever, and you can take them down to 0% if you needed. So yeah, you can go on a 4-day fishing trip. You can fish all 4 days, put in 6 to 8 hours a day probably. As long as you're cruising around at a low level, you can go forever. Reggie's the driver today. He's right back there. He said he was on speed 3 or 4 most of the day, and that's pretty much what we do. That gave us about 1 to 1.5 miles an hour, depending which wind was doing. It was a little windier earlier, but now it's calmed down, so it's pretty nice. So we're just cruising real slow here. But yeah, hope you found that interesting. You can go a lot farther than I thought you could. I'm used to my old batteries, and we'd have to charge them up every day. But these new lithiums, pretty awesome. Check down below. I'll put links to the batteries if you want to get some of those. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.